Hello and welcome everyone. My name is Sally Pinto and I'm from the Yonkers Newark neighborhood naturally occurring retirement community. We launched back in January of 2020 and we're here to serve seniors 60 plus in Northeast Yonkers. We have lots of fun programs and activities, and we also have a lot of resources for you as well. Our programs include meditation chair yoga, body mind fitness, bingo, and any other programs that you might be interested, like arts and gardening. We have our resource specialist, Alexa Smith, who can help you with finding services and activities out there for you, as well as our nurse, Barbara Simone, who can help answer your health-related questions. We're here for you, we're here for our community, and we look forward to seeing you in our programs. Enjoy.
Hello, everybody. I'm Alexa Smith, the resource specialist with the Yonkers Newark. I'm here to help with application assistance, referrals for home delivered meals, and transportation services will be coming soon. We also offer Zoom activities and Zoom programs. And if you have any other questions or concerns, I'm here to help. Thank you so much and enjoy the program.
Welcome. I'm Barbara Simone, registered nurse. I recently retired from Westchester County's health department as a public health nurse. I am now here to try to assist you with any medical or preventive care issues. Enjoy this program, and I'm looking forward to working with you.
Start with shoulder rolls. We're going to work our way down the body. All right, so we're going to do 5 shoulder rolls forward. Okay, nice and big. 2, 3, 4, and 5. And now we're going to reverse it. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. From here, we're going to go ahead into an alternating overhead front raise. So I'm going to go ahead and lift my arm up and then bring it down, up, and down. This can easily be done standing too. You don't have to sit if you have a preference for standing. Up, down. So just alternating, trying to reach that arm nice and tall. All right, if you can, if you're able to, we're trying to get that arm next to the ear. All right. A few more here. Just working on joint mobility here, right? Getting that blood flow to the joints. Let's do 1 more each side. And last one right here. And now we're going to do 10 alternating bicep curls. So we're going to tap, fingertips to shoulders, tap. All right, tap, warming up the elbows, tap, shoulder joint, elbow joint. Let's do 1 more each side. Good. All right, going down to our wrist. Let's do 5 wrist rolls in one direction. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and reverse. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and do hand tap. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tap, bring it down, tap, bring it down. All right, we're going to do 10 total, 5 per side. Here we go. This can be done standing, just the same as it is seated here. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1 more, and 10. Good. We're going to do the same thing now, but we're going to do it with tapping onto our lower back, alternating. So if you're seated, I want you to come to the edge of your seat so you have room to get your hand behind, or you can easily do this standing as well. Okay. So we're going to take the knuckle of our hand and alternate and tap our lower back, okay? I want you to actively think of yourself elongating through your spine, okay? So it's a little bit of effort to sit up tall and not slouch over, okay? We've got 10 alternating. Here we go. 1, 2, should feel like maybe a little stretch through the front of the shoulder. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do a combination of the two. So, and put them together. So what it's going to look like, I'll show you first. Again, this can be done the same standing. Is you're going to put your hand fingertips on the back of the head and then knuckles on the lower back. Okay, and we're going to go 1, 2. Okay, we're going to do 10 of those. All right, ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, and just go through your own range of motion. Don't force anything. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Go ahead and shake that out. All right. So now we're going to go ahead and we are going to interlock our hands. Okay. So we're going to interlock and press forward. All right. And then we're going to reach up. All right. Really elongate through the spine and then exhale. Bring it all down. All right. That's 1 repetition. We're going to go ahead and do 5 of those. If you cannot interlock and press outwards, just stay with your knuckles facing forward. That's okay. All right. Here we go. Press, reach, and exhale it down. We're going to go ahead and lift up. Press, reach, exhale it down. Staying nice and long through your spine. Here we go for 3. Press, reach it all the way up, and then gently exhale it down. That's 4. Let's do 1 more. And press, reach, and exhale all the way down. Good. All right, so from here, we're going to go into T-flies. We're going to work on the back of the shoulder here a little bit. So we're going to elevate, raise our hands right out front. Palms are facing one another. Okay, shoulder width apart. And from here, we're going to open. And I want you to think of pinching your shoulder blades together. Okay, squeezing your shoulder blades together and then bringing it together. So squeeze, open the arms up, and then return. Squeeze. 3. Squeeze. 4. Squeeze. 5. Squeeze. 6. 7. 8. Just 2 more. 9. And 10. Good. Go ahead and shake that out. All right. Shake that out. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to move down to the hips here a little bit. You should still be on the edge of the chair. I'm going to show the seated and standing here. We're going to do a toe touch. So if you're on the chair, I'm going to show this variation first. We're going to do this for repetitions, okay? And we're going to hold each rep for 5 seconds. So from a seated position, you're at the edge of your chair and you're reaching down, rounding your back, feeling that lower back stretch out. And if you can't touch your toes, you're going in that direction, right? Just go ahead and hold 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then gently slide yourself back up. Okay, that's 1 repetition. I'm going to show a repetition from a standing position here. All right, so if you're standing, here we go. Back down, and if you're seated, still do it seated. And we're just going down through your range of motion. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And bring it back up. Okay, we're going to do 3 more like that. I'm going to continue to do these from a seated position. Okay, so I'm at the edge of my seat. Ready? We're going to go ahead and lean it forward. Okay, lowering down. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it back up. All right, 2 more like that. Here we go. Let's lean it forward again. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And bring it back up. All right, 1 more. All right, here we go. Let's lean it forward. Remember to breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, and then slowly bring it back up. All right, little shoulder roll out again. Now we're going to just stretch the lower back from that forward position. Now we're going to go ahead and rotate. So what we're going to do, again, this can be done from a standing position. I'll show from both, okay? We are going to cross our arms over our chest, whether and have them touching either shoulder, whether you are seated or standing. Okay, from a seated position, we're going to twist, center, twist, center. Okay, so we're alternating. Same thing from standing, okay? Twist, center, twist, center. Okay, we've got 6 more. Twist, center, twist, center. 4 more. Twist, center, twist, center. 2 more. Twist, center, and twist, center. Good. Go ahead and shake that out. The next thing we're going to do is a lateral bend. So what we're going to do is we're going to put one hand behind the head, okay? And from here, I'm going to go ahead with my arm that's extended straight. I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to reach down and I'm looking for the stretch along this side of the body here, okay? So you're just reaching down and holding the stretch here. You can do this from a standing position. I will show you this from the other side standing. And bring it up, okay? Switch arms. Here's what it looks like from your standing. Looking for the stretch along the side of the body here. And back to center. We're going to do that one again on either side, okay? So back to that first hand behind the head. And then we're going to lean in the direction of that straight arm. Feel that stretch through the side of the body. And back to center. And switch arms one more time to even out. And lean. And back to center. Good. Okay, so from here, we are going to do our groin stretch. So I'm going to show this from the seated position first. Sometimes I do have to say, sometimes I do prefer this one from the seated position. I personally feel it a little bit more this way, but I'm going to show you the standing way too, and you pick what works best for you. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and keep, I'm on the edge of my seat. I'm going to keep one leg bent here. My knee is bent, all right? And I'm extending my other leg as straight as my body will allow me with my feet facing forward, okay? And from here, I'm looking to feel stretch on the inside of my thigh, all right? This helps when we're doing a lot of sitting. This helps to open up the hips here, okay? And we're gonna release. We're just gonna hold this for a short period of time. Okay, we'll do the other side real quick, and then I'm gonna do it standing, okay? Yeah, feel a nice stretch through my inner thigh here. Trying to keep my toes face forward, all right? Good. Bring it back to center. From a standing position, I'm going to show you if the chair was to the side, I would do something like this. Right, I would step to the side, all right? Legs straight, and I'm kind of bending the one knee and trying to keep the other leg straight, okay? It's a little more work. There's a little more muscle contraction involved on the opposite leg that you're not stretching. So sometimes I like the seated version better, but this is how you do it standing. Back to center. And then so if you're seated, you can continue to do this from a seated position. Now we're ahead. If you're standing, you're just hitting the other leg now. And back to center. Okay, I'm going to keep on trying this from a seated position. We're going to do a couple more reps here. All right, and we're going to kind of pick up the pace a little bit here. So let me show you what that looks like. We're going to go ahead and sit on the edge of our seat. Tap, center, tap, center, okay? So we're gonna do about, let's start with 6 repetitions, 3 per side. If that feels like too much, just give me holds, give me 2 holds on either side, okay? So here we go. Tap, center, tap, center, tap, center, tap, center, one more each side, tap, center, and last one, tap, and center. Okay, that felt really good for me. You know, the hips are often tight from all the sitting we do. I thought that pretty good. I hope you guys did too. Moving along here, we are going to do seated leg extensions. So this is probably best performed sitting down, but I will show a variation for sitting up or standing as well, okay? So basically, we're still sitting on the edge of our chair, and I believe I did these last time I was with you guys. You're gonna extend one leg straight. I'm gonna keep the foot flexed, and I'm holding here. I'm feeling the front of my thigh kind of contract here, and release. So we're gonna hold for 5 seconds, alternating sides, okay? So I'm gonna show 2 sets sitting down, 2 sets standing up, and then a few more sets sitting down. So here we go, ready? We're gonna extend one leg straight, 5, flex the foot, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release, okay? So it should feel like you're working the top of the leg here. Here we go, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, so there's 2 seated. Let me show you what this would look like from a standing position. I'd be holding on the side of the stair. I'd be lifting my knee up here, okay? And then extending it straight, okay? Or even if it's down a little bit lower, that's okay too. Have it lifted really high, all right? So this is your standing, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release, always flexing that foot to make sure that front thigh gets activated. Here we go on the other side, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, I'm gonna go back to seated. We're gonna do a couple more steps of that, okay? So edge of my seat, here we go. Flex the foot and elevate, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Other side, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One more each side, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And last one, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, okay, next we're going to, we've got our hips, our knees, we're working our way down the body. The last area we're gonna get before we go into our holds is our ankles. So I'm just going to extend one leg out straight. Okay, I'm gonna lift it up and we're gonna roll in 5 in one direction, 3, 2, 1, and then reverse it. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, relax, okay? Other side, we're gonna extend and circle. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, and then reverse it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax, okay? So one more time through, I'll do it from a standing position, but instead of circling this time, we're going to flex and point, okay? So you're gonna flex the foot and then point it. If you're seated, same way we just did those ankle rolls, and if you're standing, it's going to be flex, point, flex, point, flex, and point. Good, release, other side, flex, point, flex, point, flex, and point. Good. All right, so here we're we've moved through all of our dynamic stretches. We went from head to toe, warming up all the joints. Now we're going to go into our static stretch holds, okay? So we're going to hold these a little bit longer. We're going to start at the top of the body again. All right, we're going to start with a neck stretch. So what we're going to do is for 10 seconds, we're just going to go ahead and drop our head to one side without straining it and hold, standing or seated. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bring it back to center. We're going to stretch the same side again, but what we're going to do this time is we are going to hold this top of our head here, okay, and apply a little more pressure, not too much that it hurts, okay, but a little more pressure. I'm pressing down with my opposite hand. We're going to hold again for 15. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, and relax. Okay, so we're stretching the neck, the upper traps here, okay, often a tight area for us. Now we're gonna repeat those 2 on the other side. So first is just 10 seconds, just leaning, okay? All right, here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, relax it. And we're gonna do it again. This time we're gonna pull and press a little bit, okay, not too hard, okay? And also remember to always stay active through your spine, okay? You're sitting up tall. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Gently come out of that. All right. Relax for a second here. All right. So now we're going to work on the back of the shoulders. Okay. Back here, right, in our upper back. And we're going to do a straight arm crossover. We're going to take our arm. We're going to cross it over the front of our body. Okay. And we're going to hold on to that arm where we can. All right. Just through your range of motion. What I really want you, and this can be seated or standing, it's going to be the same exercise. I want you to think about the back of your shoulder. I want you to think about those muscles elongating and stretching. Really connect your mind to what is going on in your body to get the most out of that stretch. Okay, that's really important. And just breathe and hold. We're holding for about 30 seconds here. Nice big inhales and exhales. All right, not trying to scrunch up through the shoulders too much, trying to keep the shoulders relaxed, okay? And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, relax it out. We're gonna even out, get the other side. All right, so we're gonna take that arm, we're gonna cross it over the body, and we're gonna hold it with the opposite arm. So, and visualize, feel that stretch through the back of the shoulder, okay? And your upper back there, where your scapula is. All right, and just breathe through it. It's a 30-second stretch. Keep the shoulders relaxed. Think about it stretching and loosening up, staying tall through your spine, okay? Not slouching, not sitting down, okay? It's a little bit of active work, but it's good for you. Help space out those vertebrae. A few more seconds here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, and relax, okay? All right, so now we just did the back of the shoulder. Now we're gonna do the opening up of the front of the chest here, okay, so the front of the shoulder. So we're gonna bring our arms out into a T, all right? And I want you to think of lifting your heart or your chest up towards the ceiling. Put your head and your gaze wherever it's comfortable. If looking up hurts your neck, just stay forward, but just think of your chest reaching towards the ceiling, okay? And you're trying to push those arms back so that you feel an opening through the front of the body, the front of the shoulders, the front of the chest, and just breathe. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and relax. We're gonna do that one more time, all right? Roll it out, let's get ready, okay? This looks the same standing, just standing up with the T pose here, okay? And let's go ahead and bring those arms up into T, pull the shoulder blades back, chest to the ceiling, all right? So, and just putting the head where it's comfortable and trying to feel that stretch through the front of the shoulders, the front of the chest. Let it all open up and just work through your own range of motion and breathe. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, relax, okay? Relax it out. Next, we are going to go into our forearm stretch, okay? So we are going to do 30 seconds per side, okay? I'm gonna take my arm, I'm gonna bring it out in front, all right? I'm gonna hold onto my fingertips and pull them back towards me so I feel a stretch through the front of my arm right here, okay? So we're gonna hold, and you're not pulling so hard that it hurts, okay? And 30 seconds here, okay? So we're about 10 seconds in. Halfway. And if 30 seconds feels too long and you need to cut it short, that's okay too, all right? Last 3, 2, and 1. Good, relax. Okay, shake that out, all right? Do the other side here. So we're gonna go ahead and elevate that arm up. Pull on those fingertips. We're not trying to pull really, really hard, just till we feel the stretch in the front of that arm there, okay? And here we go. About halfway. And go ahead and relax it out, shake it out, okay? Good, all right, moving right along. We did our arms, we did our neck, we did our shoulders. Now we are going to do our lower back, okay? So we're gonna do 2 sets of 15 seconds here. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna place your hands, I'm on the edge of my chair here. You can do this from standing, I'm gonna show this from standing too. I'm placing my hands on my lower back here, okay? And I'm reaching and arching up, okay? So I'm bringing that chest back up to the ceiling again, but I'm almost pulling down with my hands on my lower back. I wanna imagine my vertebrae kind of like opening up and spacing in between, traction, okay? So just think of lifting up, all right, and arching the back here. I'm just feeling a nice stretch through the lower back here. And release. Okay, we're only holding these ones for 15 seconds. I'm gonna do my second one standing here. Okay, I'm gonna do the side view so you can see what it looks like from the side here. So again, my hands are placed on my lower back, okay? If you need to, you can have your knuckles on your back too, whatever's more comfortable. And I'm gonna just reach my heart up towards the ceiling. Head is wherever it's comfortable. I'm applying a little pressure to my my hands here just to go ahead and think of lengthening through the spine here. And I'm just arching up and breathing, okay? Just breathe. 3, 2, and 1, and relax, okay? Relax it out. All right, so from here, we are going into our knee hug stretch. So we're gonna go ahead and go into our hips now. All right, so what I'd like you to do is sit all the way back on your chair, okay? And we're gonna go ahead and you're gonna try to bring that knee. If you can't get the foot all the way up on the chair, that's okay. You're trying to just pull that knee in towards your chest, all right? And stretch out here. And we're gonna hold these for 15 seconds at a time, all right? And I'll show the next one standing. Standing's a lot more challenging. And relax, okay? The standing one is going to be more challenging in the sense that you balance is going to be, part of the process here, okay? So you can hold on to the side of the chair and you can bring your knee up and you can hold, okay? All right, so if that feels too challenging, just stay in the chair, okay? And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and release, okay? And then the next one, I prefer for seated, it's last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Relax out of that. All right, we're going to switch legs. We're going to hold this one for 15 seconds too. This is probably one of my personal favorite stretches right here. Figure 4 it's called. It helps get into the piriformis and the glute here a little bit. All right, so I'm crossing my leg over. I'm on the edge of my chair, and then I'm just leaning forward through my range of motion, and feeling that stretch hit the outside of the hip, a little bit of the glute. Good, and we're just holding for 15 seconds. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, relax, okay? So we are moving on to a hamstring stretch. So I'm going to show this from a standing and seated position, seated first, okay? I'm on the edge of my seat. I'm going to extend one leg straight and the other knee is bent and my foot is flexed, all right? From here, you put your hands wherever you're comfortable. I'm just going to keep them on my hips and we're bending forward, okay? And you're looking to feel a stretch through the back of the leg here, okay? You can, and you know, you can move your foot. If the flex doesn't feel like it works for you, you know, you can move around, point it a little bit, see what feels like you're getting the most stretch out of the back of the leg here, okay? And you're just leaning forward slightly to get into that hamstring. And then bring it up. I'm going to show the other side standing, okay? You probably feel a little more from a standing position for this particular exercise. All right, I'm going to here. So I'm going to go ahead and extend that leg forward. Okay, I'm bending the back leg here, and I'm just leaning forward to feel that stretch through the back of the leg, that straight leg, and I'm flexing the foot. Okay. Always using the chair just for balance because right now we're focused on the stretch. We're not, balance is its own, you know, form of exercise as well, and not to be, you know, forgotten about. But right now we're focusing on the stretch over balance exercises. Okay. And good. Relax. Okay. And then we are moving on to we've got 2 more exercises here. And I'm going to suggest, if you can, trying to stand, and if you can't, I have options for this, okay? So I'm going to show it standing first. So if you need to stay seated, just watch while I'm doing the standing variation, and then I will show you what the seated variation looks like, okay? So from this side view, I'm holding onto my chair with both hands, okay? And this is a lateral leg swing, okay? This helps work the side, the glute medius, like strengthening here, okay? And which is really good for fall prevention. All right, these muscles on the side help us with balance, okay? So what I am doing is I'm holding onto the back of this chair. I'm putting all my weight on my one leg, and I'm going to lift this other one up, and I'm just kind of like a pendulum swinging back and forth here. Okay, so I'm going 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, and then we're going to shift our weight onto that foot we just swung. Okay, onto the other one. I'm going to lift the other one up. Now we're going to do the other side. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay. Now, if you're standing and you're doing that standing, you can do another set while I'm showing what it looks like from a seated position here. Okay. So what we're going to do from a seated position is a little bit different, but we're still going to hit those adductor muscles. Okay. So I'm on the edge of my chair, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop my knees outwards this way, and I'm going to roll on the sides of my feet here. So I'm going to go 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, if you had mini bands or something, I don't know if any of you have mini bands, that's something you could always put like a light resistance mini band around your knees here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. But otherwise, my first choice, if you can, only if you can, would be to do the standing lateral leg swing. Okay. And then the last one, similar to the one I just showed you here, is going to be a leg swing again. But this time you're going to go forward and back. And I do have, if you need to stay seated while I show this. I'm going to show the seated version second here. Okay. So forward and back. Now I'm holding on to one side because I'm going to swing in the leg. So we're going to go like this. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay. Other side, we're just going to stay this. I don't need to turn around or anything. I'm just going to stay right here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. And then from a seated position, if you're standing, you're going to do another standing set like that. Okay. And if you're seated, we're going to go into seated marches, and we'll do 10. We'll do 10 per side while people who are standing are doing their standing. So we're just going to lift. We're still on the edge of our seat. Lift, lift, lift. Okay. So here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, and the last thing we're going to do is 3 big inhales, raising our arms up overhead. Inhale, reach to the sky, and then exhale. Cleansing breath, all right? Inhale. And exhale. And last one. Inhale. And exhale. All right, guys, that concludes our stretches for today. I hope you enjoyed it. Please feel free to ask me any questions, or if you have concerns or comments. You know, I'm more than happy to help you answer anything I can help you with.
Thanks, Coach Elaine. I just enabled everybody to unmute themselves. Somebody said that they're having a lot of wrist pain, like from gardening or repetitive motion of typing. Do you think you can show us some exercises to help alleviate or strengthen that?
Yes, yeah, I mean, some really good wrist exercises to strengthen and also to stretch. I'll start with some of the strengthening ones that you can first do. And, you know, I mean, they're relatively simple. You're doing like hand grasps here, okay? So squeezing and letting go. All right, this is one here, and you can do maybe like 2 to 3 sets of 10, okay? Another one is you're going to take your thumb and you're going to tap it on each finger, okay? So thumb to pinky, thumb to ring finger, thumb to middle finger, thumb to pointer, okay? And maybe do that 3 times like that, and one more time as a set, okay? Also, your wrist rolls are gonna be really good, okay? Wrist rolls, for this is a little bit of strengthening and stretching here. Okay, and then some of our forearms, sometimes we get wrist pain because of tight forearms or other parts of the body. So our stretch that we did here is one. Okay, this gets the inside of the forearm, okay, which is, you know, related to everything that goes on in your wrist and hand. Right, and then you can even do it the other way. So now instead of my palm facing you right now, now my knuckles are facing you and I'm pulling inwards. And what this does is this gets the top of the forearm, and this feels really good through here too. Like you should feel a nice stretch through here. And alternatively, you could always do this like on your bed, like if you're leaning over your bed. It's the same thing if you put your palms down this way, and you can do it at the same time. And then, you know, same thing, knuckles here. You can do it right from your bed and stretch them out this way as well. But yeah, that's what I would suggest for that. And hold those stretches anywhere from 15 to 30 seconds. And like the wrist rolls, the finger taps, and the hand squeezes, think of like, you know, sets of 10 or so, and maybe, you know, take a rest, a 15, 30 seconds rest after you do a set, and then do another. Okay, and about 3 sets or so, okay? But yeah, hopefully they are something you can implement throughout your day, especially after, maybe even before or after you garden too, just as a warm up and a cool down from all the activity.
Great, Coach Elaine. That was wonderful. We have a thank you in the chat from Tony. We also have another question in the private chat about ankles that are either very sore or wobbly, like sore from walking and then wobbly from, you know, just imbalance or unuse. So if you have anything to suggest for those.
Sure. So I would, again, some strengthening and stretching exercises. Sometimes, you know, when you're sitting on the edge of your chair, I like to do toe to heel, toe to heel, toe to heel. Okay, that is one exercise you can do. And again, like maybe a set of 10, just like I said with the wrist stuff, a set of 10, and then, you know, take a little rest and then do another set. Okay. Again, some of the exercises that we did in the class, for myself personally, I've sprained a lot of ankles and everything like that. I always make sure I do my wrist rolls. I always make sure I'm rolling. I do 5 in one direction and then 5 in another. Okay. So this is one that I do every day. Okay, that's one that is important to me, getting that rotation and moving the muscle in all directions. Okay, and then from a standing position, if you can hold on to the back of the chair and you can kind of heel, toe. This is similar to our seated one, but just gets in there a little bit more there. All right, you can feel some strengthening going on there. Okay. And lastly, what I would say to do too is your calf stretches are pretty important. So if you can stand behind a chair here, I'm in a split stance, okay? And I just I'm dropping that back knee, this back knee a little bit so that I can feel the stretch through the back of my leg here, okay? All right, so holding that stretch and anywhere from 15 to 30 seconds. And I would, again, shoot for 1 to 3 sets with these stretches here of 15 to 30 seconds each, okay? So it's on that side, and I'm gonna switch, all right? Again, that split stance, then I take that back leg, that back knee, and I just bump it in a little bit, okay? The trick is you want to try to keep your heel as close down to the floor as you can. So if I do this, I've lost the stretch, okay? My heel's up too high, all right? So I'm trying to bend that knee, but I'm also not trying to lose contact with my heel from the floor, okay? So that's your static stretch right there. So hopefully some of those exercises can help you get that blood flow. You know, those rotations and those flex and points will get the blood flow to your ankles, okay? So that's important right there, especially, you know, diabetics and whatnot. You want to make sure you're getting good blood flow to the limbs of your body.
Wonderful. We are so grateful. There's a lot of questions in the private chat today. You seem to have like struck a chord, or Tuesday, everybody's bringing it into Tuesday. There's something about carrying bags, like grocery bags. If people have long distances to go, are there any exercises to help them like build up stamina for carrying grocery bags?
Yeah, you know, that's a good question. And yeah, I think some of the things that are important are actually glute strength and your core strength, your glute strength, and your posture in your upper back here. So, you know, when you think, I want you to look at this for a second. Let's just pretend a pair of dumbbells here is 2 grocery bags, okay? What I want to be doing with my body, okay, to keep it correct, is I want to think of pulling my shoulders back, okay? And I'm kind of keeping my glutes squeezed a little bit. My glutes are squeezed a little bit, and my core is a little bit tight here, okay? Because what happens if we start trying to walk and we're not trying to actively put them together, it's gonna put a lot of stress on our body here like this. We gotta keep ourselves up, okay? So with that being said, really good exercises to help strengthen those areas so that we can keep our posture good for when we're walking are going to be our T-flies that we're doing when we're sitting, okay? These help strengthen the back of the shoulder, all right? Because again, in the modern day that we live in, you know, we're doing a lot of things where we're rounded forward and we get tight through here, we get stretched out through here. We have to reverse that, okay? We have to be active and reverse it. So opening up, okay? And think of pulling those shoulder blades together is a great strengthening exercise to strengthen those back muscles. You can do it from a bent elbow position here too, if it feels too tiresome to keep your arms out straight. Okay, so you can do it just like this too. Love this exercise right here, okay? So that's gonna help strengthen and keep your posture correct. For your legs and your glutes to help with that core. Again, I know not seated is going to be better for some people, but that one we just did here, I really suggest giving this a try, okay? Because you're going to feel you're working this outside, all right? The outside of the glute here is going to help with core and stability in your body, okay? So swinging it out and bringing it back in. And again, if that's too much for you to do though, and you need to sit, all right, then I want you to just roll out on your ankles, okay? And think of lateral movement, okay? All right, training our body from this side to this side instead of just forward and back, okay? And then lastly, maybe this is something you can do from bed, okay? Like maybe you can do it in the bed, or if it's not too much to get on the floor or anything like that, glute bridges are going to strengthen your glutes as well, okay? So that's your core, right? So I'd start on the ground or on the bed. My knees are bent, all right? I have this mouse pocket here. We want to work on a pelvic tuck. So what that means is I want my lower back to press into the bed or the ground. So I'm going to tuck, all right? I'm going to pull my hips back this way, all right? So you're going to do sets of pelvic tucks, okay? And I'm squeezing my glutes and scooping my core out so that I'm able to tuck my glutes under here. This may be good enough for some of you just to stay right here, okay? And do maybe a set of anywhere from, I would say 5 to 10, and you can do a couple sets of that. This may be enough for you depending on your abilities, okay? However, if you feel that you're stronger than that, and you're at a point where you can handle a little more than that, you're gonna pelvic tuck first, and then I'm gonna press through the heels of my foot and lift up, and then come back down. Okay, so that's a glute bridge. I'm gonna pelvic tuck, press through my heels to lift my glutes, and then come back down, okay? Pelvic tuck, lift up, and I'm trying to get straight through here. You know, you're trying to get like, almost like from your knee to your shoulder, you're like a sliding board, okay? So that exercise in particular may not be for everyone. You might be better with the pelvic tuck, but the nice thing is you can do that from bed too. You know what I mean? If getting on the floor is too much to get up and get down, there's other ways to work around that. So hopefully that's helpful.
This has been really, really helpful. Thank you so much, Elaine. Truly
Yeah,
appreciate
absolutely.
you.
Thank you. It's my pleasure. It really is.
Yeah, I know it seems you know, that we're asking a lot of questions this morning. There's one more. Do you have time for one more?
I absolutely do. I
Okay,
love
so
it.
when the people were doing that, like exercises that you were showing us with the opening up for the arms, like they said that their neck was a little sore. They realized how much tension they were holding in their neck. Is there anything that you can suggest from stress? Primarily, they said that they're really stressed out and they're holding a lot of their tension in their neck.
Yes, I understand that. Actually, I have my neck is an area of contention for me too. So I feel you on that. I've had x-rays done, and here I've lost the curve of my neck. I'm like, oh, like, so it's like there's no curve in there. I think that's my issue. But yeah, I mean, first of all, the ones that like I do every day are the ones that we included in class. So I'll just start with what we've already done here, is that, you know, pulling and pressing here, just trying to, and really just to let go. You know what I mean? Your breathing be a big part of finding that space to just like really relax, okay? And then so after you do this way and this way, then I'm going to show you from a side position here a little bit. This one is I bend forward here, and I just gently hold around through my back, and I just tuck my chin towards my chest here, and I'm looking to just feel that stretch all through here through my upper neck here, okay, around through my back, or you can sit into your chair to do this too. All right, and I hold that for about 15 seconds or so, and then I bring it up. And then some other ones to do are just like some gentle, like, I'm just taking my fingertips, you know, I'm not using a lot of pressure here, and I'm kind of going up and over. I'm looking to where the wall and the corner meet, and I'm trying to feel the stretch through the front right here, okay? So they're all different angles of your neck, and I'll bring this hand behind a little bit so I can feel that more. Again, anywhere from 10 to 15 seconds, especially if you're feeling like you're holding a lot of stress there. The longer stretches right away, like the 30-second stretches, might be a little intense, okay? So start out with a lower amount of time here for those, all right? And then I never recommend neck rolls, but for just mobility here, you know, right, center, left, center, up, center, down, center. Okay, you can do, you know, do that 3 or 4 times in a row just to kind of get some mobility going And then lastly, if you're saying when the tape, I know what you're talking about, because this gets very tiresome for a lot of people here at all levels. So going back to what I was saying with the other one here, maybe try shortening the lever length. So now that my elbows are bent, it's not as heavy as this right here, okay? So you can come right to here, right, and try for repetitions here. And if the hold, if I hold, and I'm saying 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and that starts to aggravate your neck, you're probably better off doing some gentle repetitions instead of trying to hold that stretch for a long time, and just work through range of motion. So sometimes it's just learning to, okay, this works, my body likes this better than that, you know? So hopefully that's helpful. Hopefully there's some good tips for you there.
Hi, everyone. This is Z from Yonkers Public Library. Thanks so much to Sally Pinto and Alexis and Barbara from Newark. Thank you to our community partners, WJCS, the City of Yonkers Office for the Aging, Westchester County Legislator Ruth Walter, Friends of Crestwood Library, and Yonkers Public Library for making this phenomenal partnership. And we thank each and every one of you for being part of our wellness community. Be well, stay well.